how to alt text images. And this will go for images, charts, and tables as well. Alternative text, which is also known as alt text, is the easiest way to make an image accessible. You can add alt text by right-clicking on the image and selecting Edit Alt Text. On our slide right now, we have an image on the right-hand side, and it's showing a male in a blue jacket with his back to the camera, sitting around a table with one male and two female colleagues. This is the type of description you would need to put into the alt text, which would make this image accessible for screen readers to read out aloud. This also goes for tables and charts. Again, right-clicking and edit alt text. If you've got any tables and charts, you'll need to put that same information within the alt text, describing the numbers or describing the type of chart you're using. And you'll notice on this welcome slide, we've now got an image within this slide. I've chosen an image, and the image shows a male and a female discussing work. The female has a smile on her face, and it has a little bit of text on there that says how to conduct an interview, which is using a dark background and white text, so it has strong color contrast. So we'll have a look at alt text and images here. If you right-click on the image, and in the menu, select Edit Alt Text. It opens up a dialog box on the right-hand side, saying Alt Text, and it asks you, how would you describe this object and its context to someone who is blind? So it's already got a prompt there to have you thinking about how you're going to describe this image. Within the dialog box, I have put a male talking to a female colleague who is smiling during a meeting in the office, just to give some context. But if I removed that alt text and went to the accessibility checker, you'll notice that it's brought it up as an error, and it's saying that it's missing alt text and telling you which slide you need to go to. Again, it tells you why you fix and the steps to fixing it. So I'm just going to put that alt text back in. And now that image has been made accessible, there's no issues on the accessibility checker. And if I go back to the alt text there, you can see it in there, it describes the image. Now, suppose I put this image in and I don't want people to read it, or a screen reader to read it. You can simply mark it as decorative. And what that will do is it'll tell the screen reader that that it doesn't need to read any of the description of the image, and it will just concentrate on reading the content or the text that is on this slide. So again, that's a way of, if you've got any graphic shapes that you've just put in there for decorative purposes, mark it as decorative. It's not content that someone needs to read, but if it's an image that you're using to give context to what you're talking about on the slides, do get used to alt text in the images. And it's the same method applies for tables and charts. And you'll notice at the bottom of this image, there's some text behind there's a text in front of a dark box, white text on a dark box. And again, this is just so there's strong color contrast so someone can see what it says.